Namaste, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to our full moon meditation for July 2015. Before we start, let us ask for blessings. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, to all the holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, I humbly ask the blessings of my teacher, Grandmaster Tuak Hoc Sui Mahaguji Meiling. We humbly invoke for divine light, divine love, guidance, help, healing, protection. Thank you for prosperity and abundance and the wisdom to use these resources properly. We thank you for all the blessings in full faith, and so it is. All right, so thank you for joining us. And a lot of you who are new, let me just give you a little background. During the full moon, we like to gather together either physically or energetically. In this case, as you guys are connecting to each other and to us during the full moon, we meditate to bring down lots and lots of spiritual energy. So you will notice that during the full moon, things get stirred up very easily. People who are normally emotionally stable, for whatever reason, during the full moon, they get easily stirred up, right? We call that the werewolf syndrome. And if you know people who work in the hospital, they also tell you that during the full moon, there's a lot more activity during in the emergency room, more people having accidents, a lot of little things happening. Some of them are minor, like injuries here and there, or in the birthing place. I was told a lot of babies being born at that time. And we have a student who works at the jail. He said that during the full moon, even the inmates tell him, hey, is it full moon? How come things are going a little crazy here? So essentially, the way I was taught by my teacher is so much energy comes down to the earth. It's just like pouring fertilizer. Everything gets stirred up. So whatever we have in our system at that time, if it's good emotion, oh, we feel happier. If we have a lot of stress, that gets stirred up. So it's basically an amplifier, okay? So a spiritual teacher, his name is Holy Master Dual Kul, who is known to a lot of spiritual practitioners as the Tibetan teacher. He said the full moon is a time of crisis or a time of opportunity. For ordinary people, it's a time of crisis. It's just every month things get stirred up. In the case of spiritual practitioners, it's an opportunity to harness that mass amount of spiritual energy and use it to flush a lot of negative thoughts, negative emotions out of our system, use it to bless our projects, bless our loved ones, and as a group, we can channel this massive spiritual energy to help different places. In this case, a lot of you have heard in the news that Greece has been severely affected financially, right? And there are other countries also. So during this meditation, we will ask God's blessing and all the great spiritual beings to bless these places, bless the people, to minimize suffering, and with God's blessing, things can turn around and be better, right? The nice thing about this is instead of just sitting and feeling helpless, a lot of these places we don't have direct contact with, or there's no way for you to directly help the situation. We can still gather together, meditate, bring down that spiritual energy, and project it to them. Now, for some of you who are new, most of you at least have heard that whatever happens physically has already happened in the energy world. And that's very interesting because even in healing, any healing that you can think of, the reason healing works is you have an energy field, this energy body, right? And then you have a physical body. As you change the condition of the energy body, it starts to affect the physical body, right? So in the same manner, places that have problems, there's already chaos, the energy is, not in order. So as we do meditation, we bring the spiritual energy down, we project it to those areas, and as you keep changing the energy world, changing, it causes a trickle-down effect where it starts changing the effects of the minds of people, how they think, how they feel. It also energetically changes certain things in nature, which some of you have taken the other classes with us, know that there are energy beings like angelic beings, nature spirits. All these are building blocks of nature, if you will. And as divine blessings come through us and we bless them, it has a tendency to change things. All right? I can't go too much in detail because some of you are very new. You go, so what the heck is he talking about? We're just giving you an overview. Nevertheless, we don't have to understand all the little details of how these things work, right? All we need to know is we have in our hearts the intention to be utilized as instruments of God to bring love and blessings to all these people. All right? Now, my teacher also told me, Messenger said, in addition to having a full moon meditation, you should also use that opportunity to introduce or at least discuss certain spiritual topics. So sometimes we talk about love, we talk about forgiveness, many different topics. In this particular full moon, we chose to talk about a little about prosperity and abundance. For some of you who have been following us with our video streams on this book, Achieve the Impossible, which is available on this page, you can click on it. We've been using that as a study guide. Those are Massachusetts teachings to understand the importance of prosperity and abundance in a spiritual practitioner's life. So for some of you who have not been watching and studying, this is basically like a summary and also to remind you of certain key principles. So let's just do that for maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go into the meditation. So the first thing we need to realize is this. As long as you have a physical body, you have to care about your finances and material resources. True, you're a spiritual person, but this spiritual person, this spiritual being called the soul, is using the physical body to affect changes, to initiate certain things to happen in the physical world. So, in essence, the soul uses the physical body to generate good karma, to learn lessons, and to be an instrument of divine compassion, right? To help people. And when we mess up and make mistakes, it's also the instrument that we generate negative karma. Okay, so that said, the physical body is sustained by material things, food, shelter, right? And then as you function in the physical world, in order for you to be of service to others, you need resources. Good intention alone doesn't do anything. You have to be able to follow through. And that follow through is done usually by physical means, right? Of course, there are other ways of doing service, but let's look at, really foundational. How do you feed hungry people? You cannot say, oh, you're hungry, oh, I hope you feel better. It doesn't do anything. Until you feed them, they're still hungry, right? So the idea is, instead of looking at the material world as something that will hinder you from your spiritual practice, the way Master Cho said is, look, when your resources are in order, your finances are in order, it gives you the ability to give yourself and your family a good and comfortable life. Nothing wrong with that. It also gives you an ability to fulfill your spiritual destiny. So you look at money and resources as a tool. You know what I mean? A tool to be able to accomplish these other things. So let's start with the most basic. A lot of people, me included, we grew up with stories, spiritual stories that always share that the poor person, the one that is suffering, is the holy one. He or she will go to heaven. And the one that is very prosperous is always the bad guy, and he'll burn in hell. You notice that? It's interesting that these stories keep propagating, and yet if you think about it, most successful spiritual organizations that affect a lot of people are well-funded. You know why? If you think about it, how in the world are you going to get the message out to a lot of people when you're broke? How are you going to print spiritual books? How are you going to buy airtime in media? How do you do all these things if there are no material resources to do it? You see what I'm saying? So the way Master Cho said is, he said like this, he said, look, you have all these good intentions. With the right resources, you can make them manifest. In other words, in summary, he said, it will help you manifest the goodness within you. Because you have all these good intentions, now you have all these resources like money, and people will help you, all these material resources and avenues that allow you to manifest or materialize those good intentions. So the first thing you need to get straight in your head, which was difficult for me before, was money is not my enemy. Money is simply a tool to let me accomplish what I want. Number 2, money gives you independence. It gives you the freedom to pursue things that are permanent. In other words, if your finances are in order, my resources are there, and you say, at least I have time, right? Because if you have the resources, it frees you up. You have more time. You have the opportunity, the resources to go on spiritual pilgrimage. If you're tied down to a job that you don't have any wiggle room to have time to go out for a spiritual retreat, then that right there, the lack of resources hindered you from achieving what you want. You get my point? So money or resources give you the freedom to pursue things that are permanent, like your spiritual development. It gives you time to be able to help people who are in need. If you're broke, how are you going to help other people? You can even help yourself, right? And a lot of you, the feedback and interaction when you say, oh, I want to open up a spiritual center. I want to open up a healing center. I want to open up a place where we can help battered women, or a homeless shelter, or an orphanage. All of those are not free. Good intention alone will not suddenly go, poof, it's there. It takes time, it takes resources, it takes planning, strategy, resources, and people. So if you look at the root of it is, a lot of times what prevents us from manifesting these great projects are what you call self-sabotaging thoughts and emotions. Now, what does exactly mean? Haven't you noticed sometimes, you do meditation, your spiritual practice, and you go, it'd be nice if I'm more prosperous so I can go out and have a pilgrimage to India, or have a pilgrimage to Rome, or, things like that, right? So you say, okay, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to have a business, I'm going to, whatever your resources are. So when things are finally taking off, right, things are improving, then that little voice inside you sometimes you go, oh, wow, I hope that this money and this success does not prevent me from being successful. Maybe it might actually stop me because I might get tempted. All these little thoughts come up. And guess what happens? Before you know it, you notice the success is not moving as fast, or sometimes things don't turn out well. Those are self-sabotaging thoughts and ideas. It comes from one of two places. Number one, it could be the books we've been reading, or even the wrong assumption on our part that the material world will fight the spiritual world. So that's one possibility. Second possibility, and just keep an open mind, it could be old energies or tendencies and habits that we carried over from a previous lifetime. So the fact that you are even interested in the spiritual path, even a tiny bit, shows that you've done it before. It's just that you're kind of going back to it. For the ones who have been doing a lot, don't you notice sometimes you're meditating or you're reading spiritual books, you go, this looks familiar, or this sounds familiar, and yet you have not read it yet. It just triggers certain memories or certain sensations or intuition, because this is not the first time you step on the spiritual path. Now, if you're a monk in a previous lifetime where you took the vow of poverty, right? But the vow of poverty basically says, you're going to devote your entire life just to spirituality. You're not going to hold on to anything material. And that's a choice, right? So if you've done that for so many years and that's part of your system, in the next lifetime, if the soul decide to have a family, decides to have a business or an organization where you have to handle resources, sometimes that old tendency is like inertia. You've been so used to one thing, suddenly you have to change, feels a little uncomfortable. So there are thoughts that come up that you go, well, why am I doubting myself? Why am I having these thoughts about money and abundance negatively affecting my spirituality? These are old energies from the past. So the first thing is to acknowledge it. Like, look, hey, I'm not hurting anybody. God's blessing me with prosperity. Why should I feel guilty about it? In fact, with this much abundance and prosperity, I can help people. I can make my family comfortable. I can send my kids to good schools. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as it does not become an obsession, nothing wrong with it. So that's the first thing. You have to get it straight in your head that these things, these resources, this abundance, this prosperity can actually help you achieve your spiritual goals. All right? Next, what we can do, we'll just name a few of these thoughts and emotions that pop up that hinder us from being successful, and then we'll use some simple energetic disintegrating technique. Okay? Now, the question is, where are these negative thoughts and negative emotions stored? It depends on how severe they are and what kind. Now, if you've taken the classes, so if you studied Grandmaster Cho's books, this is one of the books I would recommend, The Chakras and Their Functions. It talks about the different energy centers. All right? There are many places. I'll just name a few. Number one, the most obvious one, at the base of your spine. A lot of people call it the root chakra. In Pranikin, we call it the basic chakra. Okay? This basic chakra at the base of your spine, essentially, if you're standing straight, this is your back. It's like a flower aimed backwards. Okay? From your tailbone, it's like a flower aimed backwards like that. That's your basic chakra. Now, that basic chakra Energizes your bones, your muscles, your blood, your cell repair and cell growth. Emotionally and mentally and psychologically, it gives you the drive to survive. It's your survival instinct. So when that basic chakra is very strong, there's a tendency for us to be grounded, make good and practical financial decisions. When that chakra is very, very small, there's a tendency for a person to space out, make bad decisions financially, and not even care about if they have something to eat, places to live, or be able to feed their family. This has to do with this basic chakra. So, all tendencies are stored there. Poverty consciousness energies are also stored there. So let's do a simple experiment. Visualize yourself in front of you like you're looking at your own back, okay? The ones who've taken pranic healing, you should know how to do this, okay? So everybody follow me. Press the center of your palms. Put your hand like this. This is a good self-test, and a lot of you are doing this at home. You're not in the class. You don't have 50 people, so there's no pressure. Am I doing it right? You just relax and give it a try, okay? So you go like this. Imagine you're back in front of you where your coccyx is, your tailbone. Just say, my prosperity energy level. You're scanning your basic. You say, my prosperity energy level. All right? Just feel it. Okay, keep your hand there. So this is like your baseline measurement before we think of anything. To show you how your thoughts could affect you, watch. Feel it, say my prosperity energy level. Okay? That's the baseline. Whatever, there, here. Okay. Now, could you think of a time when you have self-doubt? When you I just say it for you. You just say, how come I never have enough money? Check your basic. Say my prosperity energy level. It shrunk. Okay? All right, here's another one. You say, I'm not worthy to be very, very prosperous. Or prosperity will just prevent me from being a spiritual person. Did you say it? Check. Right? So these thoughts that come up, each time you do it, you shrink that chakra. When that chakra shrinks, then your ability to be more prosperous is hindered even more. So our thoughts and our words literally affect our abundance and our prosperity. So why don't we do it this way? There are many ways to disintegrate this. In many schools, they say erase, right? Or they say cancel. In pranic healing, we just simply use the word disintegrate, and if you want to make it even stronger, both words, disintegrate and erase. So raise your right hand. You ready? Imagine you have violet light. Okay, the ones who took pranic psychotherapy, you remember this. Violet energy. Violet energy disintegrates negative emotions and negative thoughts. Okay, you ready? Raise your hand. Repeat after me. All these poverty consciousness energies disintegrate, erase completely out of my basic chakra and my entire aura. So be it. With the power and will of God, may all these poverty consciousness energies be completely disintegrated, erased, disintegrated now. So be it. Very easy, right? Okay, shake your hands. Put your hand like this. Visualize your back in front of you again. Follow me. Say my prosperity energy level now. How many of you notice it's pushing your hand more? Let's keep going. Raise your right hand again. Just say, any self-doubt within my system about being a good person to properly handle money and prosperity, may all these self-doubts, conscious or subconscious, be completely disintegrated. Move your hand. Disintegrated. Use violet light. Disintegrate, erase, disintegrate, completely, totally, permanently, erase, disintegrate. So be it. Just say, by the power and will of God, so it is. You know why you say that? Just in case you have doubt, you say, with the power and will of God, at that point, you're tapping into that massive willpower of God to empower you to break up that negative energy. Okay? Put your hand like this. Check. Hey, not bad. Huh? How many can almost feel like it's pushing your hand? Let's add one more. Let's make it a little more specific. Think of a project or a goal that you have right now that you know you want to accomplish or you have to accomplish, and you, if you're completely honest with yourself, you're actually, self-obstructing it. In other words, your thoughts, your emotions, you have your doubts, you actually say, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Think about it. Okay? Now, I want you to examine how you feel about that project right now. How much is your confidence level? All right, ready? Raise your right hand. Imagine violet light, like your hand is glowing with brilliant, brilliant violet light. The ones who took pranic psychotherapy, you use electric violet. The ones who've taken the other classes in pranic healing, you know the different techniques. I apologize, but right now we have such a wide audience. We have to do something that is that everybody can do. The ones who know more, you do other techniques, obviously, the more powerful ones. But the rest of you, this is easy. You can do this. So visualize violet light. You ready? Make it super bright. Now think of those self-doubts or those obstructing ideas that, oh, I don't know if it'll really work. The last time we did this, it failed. You know, all these ideas that you know could prevent your project or your goal from manifesting. You ready? We're going to disintegrate them. So imagine that violet light. Just move it with the violet light. Visualize the violet light just literally making it explode and disintegrate. Say erase, disintegrate all these self-doubt, these obstructing energies that prevents this project from being successful. With the blessings, with the power of God, may all these negative thoughts, these self-defeating thoughts be disintegrated, completely disintegrated now. Permanently disintegrated, erase, removed from my aura and energy field. So be it. With God's blessing, so it is. Okay. We always clean our hands in pranic healing because sometimes it gets sticky and heavy. All right. Examine yourself. How does that feel? How many of you at least felt like, what was that again? That's the first step. You see, when a negative thought is lingering on your aura, it almost consumes your consciousness. That's why when your mind is idle, that negative thought keeps bothering you. Right now, after we just did it, you notice like, what was that again? That's a good sign. But it's not good enough. You know why? You ask yourself a simple question. How long have you been generating it? It could be inside your energy field, right? So when you say it like that, it comes out, you break it up. You keep repeating it. The good news is this. Since it's the full moon, so much energy comes down. After we finish with this short lecture, we're going to do the full moon meditation. As we do that full moon meditation, you're going to feel inner peace, stillness. You're going to feel lots of energy come down. Or even if you don't feel it, there's so much energy coming down. Afterwards, we're going to channel that energy like a strong hose. Just flush out our aura and chakras of all these poverty, consciousness energies. Disintegrate and remove them. And then afterwards, we will do the meditation prosperity. It's an affirmation. You know, if you've taken pranic healing, your center has this. It's called Master Chokok Sui's Meditation Prosperity. What it does, it further flushes out poverty consciousness. And then, if you have a clairvoyant look, little sparkles of yellowish golden light happens in your aura. And your basic chakra, your prosperity chakra gets stronger. So when you do that meditation prosperity, a lot of prosperity energy is actually generated within your energy field. So when we're done with that, I'm just giving you a game plan here. When we're done with that, I'm going to have you pull out all your projects. You know, remember, before you did this, you're supposed to bring out all your projects that you want to bless while we do after we do this meditation. You know, it's just like now you have this massive hose of energy flowing through us. Then you just line up your projects and fill them with lots of energy. Okay? So that's the game plan. So, all right, let me just finish the lecture. So that's the important part. You want to do it on a regular basis, disintegrate these negative thoughts, and you will notice the more you do this practice of breaking up and removing these negative thoughts and negative emotions and poverty consciousness, you become more aware when your self-talk is wrong. You get my point? Because a lot of times we don't notice something because we're swimming in it. But once you break that pattern, like we're doing now, you keep breaking that pattern, even though it's just for maybe a minute or so. Once you break that pattern, next time you start saying things that are, I don't know if I'm really going to be able to do this. You know, this self-doubt, you catch yourself. So immediately you say, erase, disintegrate. Okay? You just use violet light, disintegrate it. Again, the ones who took Kriya Shakti or Hatha Yoga in the different classes, you have your powerful technique. But the rest of you have not taken it, at least you have something to use. And if you feel it's effective, you go to your center, take those classes so you can get the formal technique of how to do it a little deeper or much, much deeper. But at least for now, everybody can be successful. All right? All right. So, again, every time you have a negative thought, what color do you use? Violet, and just say erase and disintegrate. You'll notice the more you do it, the more you catch yourself anytime you're being negative. And you'll notice when people are very negative, you feel uncomfortable now because you become more aware. That's a good step. The next step is to fill your prosperity, fill your aura and your thoughts and your emotions, your chakras, with prosperity thoughts and energy. That way, when you have certain projects, it becomes part of you to be optimistic and to gently push your project forward or to make it manifest in a good way. And there's a side bonus. Like qualities attract. So if you have a lot of prosperity thoughts, you have good energy in your system, you have a tendency to attract similar energies. Okay? All right. And of course, the last part, the way Master Cho explained it is, all these good intention, good thoughts has to have follow through. So once you notice your life is improving more, make sure you apply yourself, go help a lot of people, do service, right? So that all that good energy you have can now be shared. And as you sow, you reap. You see how the whole thing works? Now let me finish it with this, then we'll do the meditation. One of the deepest lessons my teacher taught me, he said, when you come back later, after you finish this lifetime, do you want to continue? He's asking, do you want to continue doing service? Or you just want to do it now and you're done? What do you say? Of course you say, yeah, I'd like to continue helping people and service in whatever future lifetimes I have. I want to continue to be an instrument of God's mercy and compassion to others in whatever capacity. I said, okay, that's good. Now you do realize in wanting to help more and more people or help the planet or whatever you want to do to a bigger scale, you need people and you need resources. So the good karma that we generate in this lifetime, assuming you continuously doing it, will not be all used up. It's just like having a karma bank account. So with this good karma, you can take it with you. When we come back and continue our lessons of evolution, guess what? We have more good karma. We'll be entitled to more money, more resources, more people. And since your soul and your heart is in the right place, you have all these resources to help you to do even more service to others. Do you see what I'm saying? So the good that you do this lifetime, the good karma, the blessings, do not get exhausted. You carry it with you, and so it snowballs. As it keeps snowballing and snowballing, your ability to be of service to humanity just keep escalating. Don't you find that wonderful? That's why he said, you continue doing your service, doing your spiritual practice. You don't exhaust it all in one lifetime. You keep going. And then later on, when you've done your job, then you don't have to come back anymore. I hope that helps. I know we're putting it in very simplistic terms, but I was taught by my teachers, make the teaching easy to understand, and I hope we're doing that. Anyway, if you're prosperous, you can have a good life. That by itself is a blessing already. All right, let's meditate. You ready? Okay, just get up and shake a little bit. That was a half an hour lecture. I didn't realize it was that long. Okay, you ready? Okay, open your palms. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we humbly invoke for your blessings. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Cho Kok Sui, Mahaguji Meiling, we humbly invoke for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. Thank you for blessing us with prosperity and abundance. Thank you for blessing us with a heart to share. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right, you ready? Now, for this full moon meditation, we will use what is called the Great Invocation. We try to alternate. Sometimes we do the Meditation Twin Hearts, taught by Master Cho. Sometimes we use the Great Invocation. So we try to give you a different meditation each time, so you see the range of spiritual teachings that's available during full moon and the spiritual techniques to be of service to humanity. So it's called the Great Invocation. So what we'll do, put your hands on your heart like this. Focus on your crown, heart and crown. Repeat with me. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am the soul. Okay, just be still. Put your attention on your crown. Now feel your attention rise a little bit above the crown. I, the soul, am connected and one to my higher soul, the Atma within me. Just be still. Allow your attention to rise way above your crown. I am connected in one to the divine spirit or the divine spark within me. I'm a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There is only oneness. Now allow your awareness to just rise like a mist. I'm one with all the spiritual elders. I'm one with all the holy masters. I'm one with all the saints of all traditions. I'm one with all the holy archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There's only oneness. We are one. Now imagine all of us are one inside the big bright sun looking out into the solar system. And just pay attention to our beautiful Mother Earth. You say, we are one. We are one. And in this oneness, we bless our beloved Mother Earth. So open your hands in blessing position, just like this. We will chant Om. We'll chant Om 3 times. You just follow with the great invocation. We'll bless Mother Earth. We'll bless Greece. We'll bless other parts of the world that needs blessing, okay? We ourselves are not doing the blessing. We are being utilized as God's instruments to bring these blessings to the earth. Take a deep breath. Om. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being on earth. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great Avatar return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person and every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. So be it. Just be still. We are one, and in this oneness, we humbly ask that divine blessings pour into the entire earth through us. So be it. Let us bless the country of Greece. As a lot of you know, they're having financial difficulties. Just ask for God's mercy and compassion and healing for the country of Greece. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being in Greece. Let light descend throughout the whole country of Greece. Now. Bless the entire country of Greece with light. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being in the whole country of Greece. Let love descend throughout the whole country of Greece. Now, so be it. bless the people, bless the country, bless the entire region of Greece with love and divine mercy. May all those who are suffering be comforted and healed. May the economy of Greece be also healed. So be it. With God, all is possible. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person and every being in Greece, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend throughout the entire country of Greece. So be it. So be it. May divine will and purpose guide the leaders to make the right decisions. May the people also be guided with goodwill and the will to do good, so the entire country be elevated and the finances be healed. So be it. From the center which we call the Greek people, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the whole country of Greece. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan in Greece. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Visualize the country of Greece financially improving, the country being and the country and the people being uplifted from their financial problems. Lord God, with your blessings, may the whole country of Greece be blessed. So be it. Now we'll bless the entire earth. Remember Nepal. As a lot of you have heard, we've been giving you updates that the people are still struggling. They're still having 1 or 2 earthquakes every day. The Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, there's so many places on the earth that need blessing. There's so many places that have war that don't get in the news. Let's ask that God bless all those areas. So repeat with me. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being throughout the entire earth, without exception. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being in the entire earth. Let light descend throughout the entire earth now. So be it. Feel the blessings, fill the entire earth, and those places we just mentioned. And if your country needs blessing, focus on it. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. Let divine love spread throughout all those areas that need healing and blessing. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person and every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the center which you call the human race, the angelic race, and all the other races on earth, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. Now, so be it. So be it, so be it, and so it is. Feel the divine blessings flow through us as one, blessing Mother Earth, blessing Greece, Nepal, the Middle East, different parts of Russia and Ukraine, Africa, a lot of people who are hungry. Bless the different places in the earth that people are suffering. Bless Mother Earth. Just allow these blessings to flow through us now. So be it. Let's chant Om 3 times to seal it. Om. Om. So be it. So be it. Just be still. To further bring blessings to those places like Greece, Nepal, and Africa, Middle East, and different parts of the world, follow me as we chant Om Mani Padme Hum. This is the mantra of mercy and compassion that brings lots of love and healing to the areas that we project to. We are one. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now lower your hands on your lap. Just sit straight. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Put your gentle attention on your crown and be still. Be still and let go. Now. Gently, slowly, come back to your body. Slowly and gently come back. Move your fingers, move your toes. How do you feel? Slowly come back. All right. Roll out your projects. Pull them out. If you wrote them down. The ones who are just joining us, you didn't know about this yet. Just in your mind, just think of the things you want to be successful in your life. Okay. It could be projects at work. You're working on your relationship with a loved one. Finances want to be improved. You want to raise. You have a new business. Whatever it is, just put it all in front of you or visualize it in front of you. Everybody, raise your hands like this. Just fill it with golden light. Okay. But before we do that, let's make sure the energy is very powerful. So repeat with me. We are one. We are one. We are one. We're one with God. We're one with all. So be it. Now go ahead and bless all your projects with golden light. Visualize them all being super, super successful. Keep going. With God's blessing, so be it. You also bless other people's projects. Maybe your brother needs another job, more money, your sister, your mother. Someone needs help, need a healing. Bless them. Keep going. Just keep blessing. As you're blessing it and blessing your projects, just listen. I will recite Master Chocolate Sweet's Meditation Prosperity to make the energy even more powerful. So just listen and project lots of golden light to your projects. Master Chocolate Sweet Meditation Prosperity. It is in giving that we receive. As we sow abundantly, we reap abundantly. This is the divine law. As I give and share generously and abundantly, my life is blessed with great financial and material prosperity. Money flows to me easily, constantly, and in great abundance. Whatever I invest comes back to me many, many times. My life is blessed with so much abundance, so much prosperity, and so much success. I am blessed with tremendous prosperity, and I live a life of moderation, discipline, and spirituality. I am healthy and very happy. I'm enjoying every moment of my life. May every person, every being be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Can you feel the increase in energy? For some of you who are clairvoyant or can see energy, you notice the energy coming out of your hands are even more golden. So bless your projects. May all your projects be blessed with lots of energy. May all your projects be blessed to materialize, to manifest according to God's will. So be it. So be it. So be it. May your wishes, your goals, your aspirations be divinely blessed. So be it. Keep going. Just keep blessing. Let it flow. So be it. May your family be blessed. May you and your loved ones be blessed too. So be it. So be it, so be it, and so it is. So it is. All right. Anybody feel your hand vibrating like crazy? Lots of energy, right? So imagine full moon plus our energies together, right intention, all that energy flowing to very powerful, very worthwhile objective, right? Blessing different parts of the world. And then when you have all that energy, then you're entitled to have your projects blessed. Very simple. All right. So let's give thanks To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we thank you. To all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers, we thank you. Personally, to my beloved and respected teacher, Master Cho Hok Sui, Mahaguji Meiling, we thank you all for the blessings of love, light, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you all for the blessings in full faith. So be it. All right, I hope you enjoyed the meditation, the short lecture. Well, I tried to make it short. But just a few announcements. Some of you might know this coming week, in a few days, I'll be teaching in Taiwan. So if some of you who want to learn how to use crystal, pranic crystal healing, psychic self-defense, that's going to be in Taiwan in this coming weekend. And the following weekend, I'm very, very excited to share with you that we'll be in Massachusetts homeland, in the Philippines, in Manila. This is hosted by the Institute for Inner Studies. And they're hosting the first class on Friday. It's Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul, how to increase your connection to your higher self and ultimately obviously to God, how to use mantras, how to cleanse your aura and chakras using certain flushing technique, how to understand the 3 permanent seeds, which are basically the 3 hard drives that hold karma. Okay, anyway, if you have the book, it's there. If you can join us, this is in the Philippines. If not, at least go to your center, get the book, Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul, and we're teaching Inner Christianity Revealed. And that's one of the, I think, the wonderfully fantastic revelations or teachings Master Cho has given. You know, growing up in a Catholic country in the Philippines, and later on being, a Southern Baptist, we do a lot of these rituals, a lot of these techniques, these prayers. I didn't realize as simple as common as the Lord's Prayer has so many deep secrets if you understand the energetic aspects. And so that's Inner Christianity Revealed. And after that, we're teaching how to see clairvoyantly. That's also in Manila in the Philippines. Anyway, don't mean to make this an infomercial, but so some of you, if you'd like to join us, we'll be in Taiwan next week, in the Philippines, and after that, the schedule's there if you'd like to join us. And I would highly encourage all of you to continue studying with us and, Achieve the Impossible. It's every 2 weeks on Thursday. That's the starting. We still have the ones before that, the other segments online. So make sure you study it. We go line by line, talking about how to use prosperity in our lives. What we had tonight was just a short synopsis. If you want more, study that. And then when we come back in July, we're teaching the prosperity, the Kriya Shakti class in Southern California. And anyway, just look at the schedule. Other than that, I think we're done. I highly encourage you to please go to your centers. If you're part of the pranic healing group, go there, volunteer your time so you can use what you've learned to help spread the spiritual teachings. And outside of that, volunteer at your churches, your temples, give money to charity. Nepal still needs a lot of money to help the people rebuild. And whichever part of the world you need, that need help, make sure you open not only your heart, but your wallet to help those places. All right? And last thing, if you don't mind, leave some feedback for us. If you think this was way too long and you're falling asleep and snoring and could not know the difference between meditation and snoring, well, sorry. Let us know anyway. All right, that's it. Atma, namaste. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. God's and Guru's blessings be with all of you. Bye.